Cool. So kicking off, 90-90 flow into your seated position on the floor, and we're just going to rock hips side to side. So sit back onto your hands. Think about pushing that top knee down into the floor. You might have one side that maybe is a little bit stickier than the other. Just relax, stay nice and loose, just get the hips rolling.
That's when it clicks.
Yeah. That's what happens when you sit on a bloody bike all day long and pedal about 50,000 miles.
It's only 15,311 K.
Oh yeah, I did that yesterday.
We came second. It made it worth it, and it's just I can't move this week.
All right, from there, finish in your upright position. You drop down to one side. I'm gonna have to spin myself this way a little bit. So you've got front leg, shin should be horizontal across you, chest in front, and you're just gonna breathe in at the top, lead with your chin, and then swoop forwards, breathe out as you drop down. At the bottom, tuck your chin, and then draw back up. As you pull back up, draw your breath in. We're going to cycle through this pattern for a minute. So off you go. Okay, and that's time. Next one, take your elbow. So if your right knee is on the floor, it's your left elbow. If your left knee is on the floor, it's your right elbow. Take your elbow, place it into the top of your knee, so your forearm runs on the same line as your shin, in the same direction. And then you're going to rotate chest to floor, and you're just going to sweep around as far as you can. That's it. We're going to go 60 seconds on there. Last 10 seconds. And time. So finish. So if you've got both arms here, finish on your outside arm. So you're leaning away, so as if we were doing the quad stretch. And then what we're going to do this time is reach up with the left arm, reach over like you're swimming, reach as far out in front as you can, and then sweep through. So as you reach up and over, breathe out. As you hit the floor and you pull back, breathe in. And again, just cycle through that pattern. So reach up and over, breathe out as you reach. And then breathe in as you pull through and come over the top. Last 20 seconds. Again, reach as far as you possibly can. Try and feel a stretch through your lat as you push that hand away. And that's time.
On your lower back.
Is what?
It's supposed to pull on your lower back.
Are you feeling a stretch?
On the back, yeah.
A little bit of a stretch, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Okay, relax. And then you're going to come back to the position you were in just before, so elbow along the line of your shin. And then we're going to be sweeping through again, staying low to the floor. We're just going to do 30 seconds this time, and this time move yourself a little bit quicker. So what you're getting through this, Tracy, is more of a, rather than stretching muscle by muscle and joint by joint, if you imagine underneath your skin, there's another skin that's kind of, imagine it as like a wetsuit. And what it does is it gets really tight and sticky and stiff in positions that you need more strength and stability. All right, relax there. And then to loosen up that wetsuit, we basically want to do things like this where we're stretching with movement and timing it with the breathing to help it become a little bit more pliable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're not trying to lengthen muscle tissue, we're trying to stretch out that like really tight fascia and like wetsuit skin type substance that we have that connects everything to everything else.
Does it get worse the older you get?
Yes, it does. So through your entire life, you're consistently laying down more and more fascia, and it's like you can lay down, I think there's different types. Some of them is more fibrous, so like lower back, where you need lots of stability. Like if you ever look at fascial trains, like it looks like just really loads of, like, you know, like the pith of an orange?
Yeah.
It looks like that, and it's really, really dense through your lower back, where there's other areas where it's not quite as dense, like for instance, for instance, like the shoulder, where there's a lot more muscle and it requires a lot more range of movement, a little bit more mobility. It's not quite as thick there, but your lower back is like super solid. Back to first position, sweeping forwards, down and through. Again, a little bit quicker than the first time. So you're still working the same side we have been all the way through. We will switch in a moment. So we're going to do 30 seconds on this. It's a bit like the walls of your blood vessels as well. So like the older that you get, or the more, I say, not necessarily just age does have an effect on the process, but...
And I've only just started taking up triathlons. What's that all about?
But certainly being unfit and unhealthy can result in them kind of stiffening up and hardening, which isn't desirable. So what are you giggling at, Tracy?
Shame not working anything.
And time, relax there. So we're going to come back to our seated position. You should be able to feel a bit of a difference now as you rock side to side. You probably feel like you've got one side that's a lot looser.
This is why I'm missing badminton, because badminton normally loosens me up.
Interesting you say that, Tracy. It probably does. Badminton probably does loosen you up because you're not just thinking about movement and the positions, you're just focusing more on the shuttlecock. So then instinct takes over, and before you know it, you're in the bottom of a lunge, reaching and whipping your backhand over the net and then doing all that shit. Right. Swap your legs over. So we're going to work the same routine, the same pattern on the opposite side. So shin parallel across your body, and you're just going to sweep forwards, reach with your chin, and drop through. 60 seconds, take your time.
times should we be doing this a day?
Just once is good.
Is that all we need to do?
Yeah, once is great. 2 is perfect. More is just bordering on elite. Like it's your job. Like your life depends on it. One will certainly improve the like 99% of people doing this once a day. Sorry, 99.9%. If you do it any more than that, that's absolutely superb. To be honest, just getting people to do this once a week is a win. Or once a year. All right, relax there. Elbow to knee. So that position, and then dropping through, just sweeping round. Keep that back knee fixed to the floor. Just take it nice and slowly. Breathe out as you extend around.
Alex, should your arms stay on the floor?
No, I've got my hands down just to make it easier so I can get more range. You mean your forearm?
Yeah.
It can be quite tough to do that, so I generally just go hands on the floor and then I can push deeper into it. It's more just to give you a start point, so your elbow will be down on the floor at that start point over the top of the knee, and then as you push away, that elbow will come up and the other one will drop down. And that's time. So the next one, you're going to drop that elbow out to the side, you're going to lean away like you're doing your quad stretch, then you're going to reach up and over like you're swimming, and then pull through. Oh, I've got cramp then. Last 10 seconds, relax your breathing. We want this to be relaxed and fluid. The more you have to brace and the more you fight it, the more tension you're actually holding. We want it all to switch off. All right, back to your previous position. Again, sweep through a little bit quicker, 30 seconds. Good, and relax, and then we're going to come back to the first one over that top knee. Sweeping forwards again a little bit quicker. and time, relax there. Okay, just go back to your little knee rocks. We should feel a lot better now. Okay?
It should.
Why are you saying it doesn't, Tracy? Right.
I just hurt.
Being able to breathe and relax and let it all go will help massively in that routine, Tracy.
Right,
So
okay.
just keep stretching. We're not finished yet. Grab your little ball. We're going to do our foot rolling. We're just going to go 2 minutes each side to finish off for today.
So Alex, does Total Fitness own all the building?
Yeah, I think
So
so.
they get income from renting out, the nursery and the hairdressers.
Oh, yeah. So they rent out those spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the nursery's doing at the moment. I imagine that the nursery has to be closed at the moment because...
Yeah, but if it's key workers, they can't.
No, I know, but what they were saying, when I spoke to Kerry before the gym shut, I think she was saying that for the nursery to open, the gym had to be open. Because obviously it's inside the same building, isn't it? So, but to do that, they had to have a couple of members of staff, I think.
Well, the staff keep going to it because Katie and Adam are often there.
Well, that's probably why then.
That might be because they keep having on their Facebooks showing that they're at the gym, but whether it's just outside or what, I don't know.
Might be for the nursery then.
Don't know. I know if they keep, because they're supposed to stay open, and they pay for that nursery, don't they?
They'll probably get more than paying the 2 people so they can open the nursery. They'll get more money, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise they won't pay rent, will they? The nursery, because obviously
they can't
they
get
don't
any rental money coming.
That's time swap over. Two minutes on this foot. It's alright. You okay?
Mm.
What are you doing?
I need to do some phone calls.
Are you going in the conservatory?
Mm.
Okay.
Guess the parents from Fiona. Hello, Fiona. Hi.
Guess what?
What's that? Got a minute left on this foot.
Jeez.
If it's painful, good.
Thanks.
Just work your way through it. You just need the time on it. Keep the pressure gentle. Like if the pressure's too much and you can't breathe, that's not being able to breathe through it is your indicator. If you can breathe through it and you can relax into it, then the pressure's about right and you can then start to push a little bit harder because then you start to loosen up the fascia and the tissue underneath, which is what then creates that little bit more range and freedom. So we've got 20 seconds left. Wonderful. That's time. And bang on time. That is our stretch and mobility session finished.